What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Banners of Beauty Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Come on, Ellie Mae. Okay, come on, old lady. Whoa, I gotcha. Okay. How y'all gonna get situated? If you were not here yesterday, I got my friends. We were dog sitting for Erica's sister's dogs, their family. So if you all remember Olivia and Sophia, these are their dogs. This is Ellie, and this is Pandy Poop. Ellie and Panda. Ellie Mae and Pandy Poop. Okay. All right, girls, get situated here. Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm going to need my hand, though, for the screen. Got it. Okay, what's up, everybody? Let's see. Put there in the headline, or in the title, the description, I should say, that should the Pels trade for Kevin Durant? Because apparently those conversations are still being had, and I'm just kind of curious. I always like to say that I like to have my finger on the pulse of what my audience thinks. And I can't tell you that I honestly have a good feel on what fans want to do. I think I'm going to be in the minority here. I said this Friday on AFR because while Terrio was in studio, Bobby Marks from ESPN was on ESPN television. He was looking at the trade machine doing this live, and they did a trade for Kevin Durant to New Orleans, and it was Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones, Larry Nance, and 3 ones. So you're giving up some young talent, future assets, but you're getting someone who's arguably the best player in the NBA. So, would you do that? And I guess and I said yes. I said I would, because my objective is that I want to win an NBA championship. I don't want to just win games, and go deep into the playoffs. Like, I want to win the championship. So, you undeniably have a better chance doing that with Kevin Durant than without. That's not even debatable. It's not to say you can't do it with the young core that you have, but you have a better chance doing it with a superstar player. Just look at the teams that win the championship. Warriors, Stephen Curry. Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You have superstar players on teams that win the championship. Toronto, Kawhi Leonard. And Brandon Ingram, Zion, they haven't proven they are that yet. All-stars? Yes. Superstars? They have not proven that yet. Not to say they can't, but Kevin Durant is that guy. So, I would do the trade. But I don't know if they will. And I do understand that I believe that I will overwhelmingly be in the minority there. Because I think fans are going to tend to say, keep the young core together, don't want KD, he'll just leave, this or that. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, how do I win a championship? Like, think Cleveland in 2016. LeBron came back, they won a championship, he left. Do you think they're bummed that he came back in 2016? They got their championship. I get it's not apples to apples, sit and trade for him, but I guess they probably did a sign and trade. But anyway, okay, let's say some good mornings. Let me know y'all's thoughts as always. Anything else you got on the docket? Dylan Cruz is just mashing up at with the collegiate national team right now. Is doing awesome. And Tigers could be close to getting another pitcher. Could be close to getting another pitcher out of the transfer portal. So Jay Johnson not done yet. Told y'all. All right, Aaron Hornsby, good morning. Jeff McKiffin, Veteran Security Services, good morning. Shelby Kelly, I don't want Durant. He's a great player, but I don't want to blow up the future for a one-time shot at a title. There's no way he resigns with NOLA, so you're blowing it up for 1 year for one shot. Not worth it for a franchise that's never had sustained success. Couldn't I argue, though, Shelby, that Durant then kind of acts as the Pied Piper that other great players would follow because they want to be here and have a chance to win a championship? Aaron Hornsby, let's go get KD. And the other thing I'll tell you, man, is like you could be excited about the young core, but they haven't proven they can win. At least not win at a championship level. Dog hair. All right. Larry Garner, good morning. Trivia Carter. Aaron Hornsby's over here as well. Happy 4th. Jesse Post, Michael Irvin, good morning. The Playmaker. Jeremy Nuslock, good morning. Or Matt Durant trade would sabotage Pels' great momentum. Or it would accelerate it. Like that's the part that you lose. And again, like I was as excited as anybody at the end of the season, and the Pels making the playoffs, but you're still in the play-in and lost the first round series. So yes, it's fair to say full season with McCollum, Zion back, all that. Yes, it's fair to say all that stuff. And maybe they're better, but how much better? They Utah traded Gobert to Minnesota. Does Utah take a step back? You still got the MVP, Jokic, in Denver. Defending champ Golden State. Best record of the NBA last year was Phoenix. They're still in the West. How much better are you? Better, but how much better? Jacob Lemunier, good morning. Should not trade for KD. I'm expecting that's what most of you are going to say, but I think it's mostly rooted in the fact that I think a lot of fans have a dislike for Kevin Durant. Wendell Norman, no need for the Pels to add Durant. We have what we need. Are you sure? Like, I don't know how. See, that's the thing that, from a fan perspective, you're going to have to bring it a little stronger than we have what we need. Like, for me to buy it. Like, I'm excited, but you have what you need for what? You have what you need to win an NBA championship? Because all you did this past year was lose a first-round series. So you're going to tell me adding Zion to this team that lost a first-round series wins you an NBA championship? Because I don't believe that. Alex Barnes, keep the young Pelican core. Randall Offreg, Matt KD is likely the best scorer I've ever seen, but he's quit on every team he's played for. Why would it be different if the Pels trade for him? He folds when things get tough. He was also a 2-time NBA Finals MVP. What's our objective here? You want to win the finals? Here's a guy that was the finals MVP twice over Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. But you're right. He quits on everything and folds when things are tough. He just happened to win 2 NBA Finals MVPs. See, again, like, I'm going to challenge y'all because too many of you are just marrying yourself to whatever you see on Twitter or national narrative, and you ignore a lot of the incredible things. Let's see. Nathan Vicknair, no shot. I'm trading for KD, no shot. Again, with no explanation. We get Zion motivated next season. He has to be MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, or All NBA to max out the deal and get $231 million. And what if he gets hurt again? I mean, if you're going to play a what if, I'm going to play a what if. I've got 3 years to suggest he's not going to stay healthy. Not saying he won't. But again, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Like, nobody's had a good explanation yet as to why. Other than, keep the young core together. You're making an emotional decision instead of a practical one. Taz, if you trade for KD, you have a 3-year window. KD's 34, Ingram's 24. KD's 33, but yes, he'll be 34. I don't think the Pels will beat Golden State Denver and will be healthy, and the Clips. Three-year window I buy, but a 3-year window with Durant, as you put it, a healthy Zion, CJ McCollum, who's 30, and whoever remains of that core, young coach, you're in the mix for sure. Bean 1227, Migo Tez, what's going on? Football getting another commit today at noon. Yeah, they're going to go on a little run here, which is going to be, I think, needed for the sanity of a lot of LSU fans. Let's see, Purple Cajun, Bean. Let's see, we'd lose credibility in the locker room and fan base after publicly committing to our young core. First of all, you don't lose credibility in the locker room. Those guys are getting paid. You go play. It's still a business and a profession. And if you mean to tell me that fans wouldn't go watch one of the greatest scorers in the history of the game, you are high. Brett Dagger, morning Scone, any news on Hurston Waldrop? So that's the pitcher from Southern Miss. I asked again today's Sunday, Friday, for an update, and still think Florida's the leader. Like that. Now I know Jay Johnson reached out. Because why wouldn't you? Like every coach in the country should be reaching out to that guy. It's the pitcher from Southern Miss. But what I was told initially was his girlfriend's at Valdosta State. He wants to be closer to his girlfriend, and which it still doesn't make sense that he would go to Gainesville. I mean, but whatever. So we'll see. I mean, I believe Jay Johnson's going to shoot his shot, and with the way that baseball's been able to, spend NIL dollars right now, yep, I believe they'll have a shot for sure. But I mean, it seemed like there were factors outside of baseball that he was considering. Let's see, Matt, we don't know the answer to that question. That's the beauty of building a young core. You're also not sure what we'd have to give up for KD. He's no guarantee to play a whole year. The answer to what you're going to give up for KD, it's going to start with Ingram, and then you're going to talk about pieces around it. I mentioned the Bobby Marks trade, which included Larry Nance and Herb. And picks and draft picks. The picks I'm not so much concerned with because you'll be winning and those will be late first round picks anyway, so I can part with those. And Herb is an exciting young defensive player. But you just drafted a wing in Daniels and you'd make do. But yeah, I'm with you about the excitement of building the young core. But if you have a chance, it's like when Tampa had a chance to nab Tom Brady, when Denver had a chance to nab Peyton Manning, when Miami in 2005 had a chance to trade for Shaq. They're at the end of their career. They're closer to the end than the beginning, but they're still playing at a high enough level that you got a chance to win a championship with that player. And my contention has always been those franchises would never be sad about the decision they made bringing in those players because they got championships. They got a chance. Now, afterwards, they went into a little bit of a wasteland. Miami Heat stunk until LeBron came in with the decision, The Denver Broncos have still been trying to figure it out. Now they got Russell Wilson. We're going to see what Tampa's going to be when Tom Brady finally does retire. But none of them are going to regret their decision because they all will have won a title. That's what it's about, man. It's not about winning games. It's not about advancing in the playoffs. It's about winning the championship. So who gives me the best chance to do that? You have a chance to get one of the best players in the game, arguably the best player in the game right now? Hell yeah, you get him. Did Arch Manning run away from competition by going to the Big 12 instead of the SEC? No, I don't think so, Taz. I think Arch was never... So he was never going to Ole Miss, that much we know, and he was never going to LSU. And, he was picking among a core that included Texas, Clemson, Bama, Georgia. I think... I really respect the fact that family's let their kids they've all just made their own decisions, No bark. No bark. She sees people at the window. Can y'all see her looking? Like she sees people at the window and she just starts barking at them. No, I respect the fact that the Mannings have never forced their kids to go anywhere, put pressure on them. Go carve your own path, do what you want to do. Dustin Thiels, good morning from Indiana. Gary Atchinson, good morning. Happy birthday to my daughter Shannon today and America tomorrow. Okay, by the way, also, I don't know if he's watching yet, but so happy birthday to Shannon, but today is also Cliff Nelson's birthday. So happy birthday to Cliff. Not sure if he's on board yet. Look how Milwaukee won their championship from the ground up, built from within, added veteran with great leadership in Drew. Pels made that move by adding CJ. Giannis wasn't a superstar until he won it. He was an all-star. No. Giannis was already superstar status, just like Kawhi was a superstar, already winning championships when he was in San Antonio and then went to Toronto and won one there as well, leading that team. Do not try to tell me that Giannis was just an okay player, was just a good player before they won the championship. He was already a superstar in the league. All right, let's see. Giannis won the MVP back-to-back in 19 and 20. They won the championship in 21. He was already a two-time league MVP, bro. You gotta no. That's... Who was that? Was that Shelby? That's terrible, bro. He was already a two-time league MVP. Come on, bro. That's a very poor take and a poor comp. Let's see. Samuel Merrifield, Matt, based on your trip to New York, do you think it's baseball town mainly? I don't know. I can't say that I know enough about New York to know that. I think when you have 13 million people in Manhattan, or however many, 10 million people, whatever, that you're an everything town. There's people who are bullish on Giants Jets, there's people who are bullish on Yankees Mets, there's people who are bullish on the Knicks. Not so much the Nets, but hey, Dad, good morning. Let's see, what else y'all got? Oh, I hear Drew. Hi. What are you doing? Okay. Casey Smith buy that dip. Casey, I'm hoping it gets to 14. So I'm a Bitcoin, by the way. Bitcoin's still around that 19, 20,000 range. If we see another plummet to 14, which I'm kind of hoping for, I will hammer that. Jeremy Nusslight, Matt, it isn't an emotional decision. You drain a bank of picks you work to acquire to let BI go, who's a buddy's art. No. You work to acquire those picks not because you plan on using them to draft players necessarily. you acquired those picks in order to acquire assets, either through the draft or package them for players. So you're not draining a bank of picks, unless if you're picking in the top, like it's pretty much a consensus. If you're not picking in this draft in the top 3 or 4, then you aren't getting one of the superstar players anyway. This isn't the NFL draft. So it is an emotional decision. Like if you're saying you want to, like you became emotionally invested in this team and this core and at Herb and not on Herb and the Jose chants and all that sort of stuff during the playoffs this year and during that run. It was fun. But if your objective is to win a championship, you can't argue that you have a better chance of doing that without the best player involved. Let's see. If you're a big-time quarterback, why wouldn't you want to go to the SEC, prove you can play? Being Texas is trash for years now. He likes Steve Sarkisian. He likes the city of Austin. I could argue, Taz, go a place that's been trash and turn them into a contender or win a championship, and then you solidify your legacy. It's easier to go to Bama and win because everybody wins at Bama. Freaking Jake Coker won a national championship at Bama. Go win one at Texas and you're a legend. Let's see, Randall, Matt, you're correct. He won 2 finals MVPs. He's amazing. I'd buy season tickets immediately. So would everybody else, bro. They'd sell out in the middle of the second. They may be sold out right now. I don't remember. Actually, they're not because I keep getting the emails from them trying to sell them. Durant's last 3-year windows full of injuries and unaspiring play. He was, in fairness, he was coming off the ruptured Achilles. And I don't know that I would say uninspiring play. Brooklyn probably... I'll put it to you this way. I don't think KD was the Nets' problem this year. The Nets' problem was James Harden being really fat and Kyrie not being able to play half the season because he wouldn't get the COVID vaccine. His choice, don't care. I'm not in any way here to... Fine, let me rephrase it. Because of New York's vaccination law. How about that? That's what derailed Brooklyn more than anything, more than Kevin Durant. Let's see, Joey B19. Will the NCAA eventually drop the hammer on the Aggies and Horns for recruiting violations that are very clearly happening? Drop the hammer? Probably not. Harley Nowitzki, how realistic is it that he comes to the Pels? So it's not even about if he comes, Harley. Like it would have to be a trade, right? So like the Pelicans would have to work a trade with Brooklyn. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because when you follow the national guys who follow the NBA, they're all discussing this, that these talks are happening. So I don't know if they get a deal done, how urgent or eager the Pels are to do that, or if they're just entertaining the call because of course you entertain the call. I'm just having the conversation because I'm curious. Joseph Fallsgraf, if we had a superstar that had played multiple seasons of 70-plus games, then I'd say no to KD. But we don't. We have Zion, so KD may be worth the drama. Casey Smith, I wouldn't give up that many assets for KD. That's just me. Why? Wendell Norman, I understand your opinion around this. Just saying, stick to the building process. But you're building to try to win a championship. This gets you closer to winning a championship. Like, the reason that this would even be appealing to Durant is because you have built a team that gets you closer to a championship. 5 years ago, Kevin Durant wouldn't be coming to New Orleans. Who's the new family member? These are not our new family members. You can't see them both, but let's see. We got Panda and Ellie. Oh, she's sleeping. She's a little girl. We are dog sitting. while Erica's sister's family is on vacation. So we're dog sitting. Panda and Ellie, they are snuggle bunnies. Like all they want to do is just be on your lap and snuggle with you. If you lay down, they come lay right by your head. They're sweeties. Sweet girls. Huh. Sweet girls. Let's see. Shout out to Brock, y'all. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, brortho.com, brortho.com. Brock Rock and Wine tickets, y'all score them at brortho.com. Jesse Falterman, what do you think the Pels would have to give up to get Durant? Hey, Kelly Gross, good morning. Jesse, I don't. I mean, you could go work the trade machine, at the NBA website, but like the trade that I keep referring to, the proposed trade that I keep referring to, is the one. And remember, all the salaries have to match. That's why you can't just say, "Oh, give this player and this player." It was Bobby Marks at ESPN had a trade that was Durant to the Pelicans in exchange for Brandon Ingram, Larry Nance, Herb Jones, and 3 ones. And it's funny, so you wouldn't give up that many assets. Think about what the Lakers gave up to get Anthony Davis, who wasn't a league MVP and hadn't won championships or finals MVPs. I mean, the Lakers gave up Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart and like 10 years worth of picks for Anthony Davis, who had not won a damn thing. Lee C. Pels are in perfect shape to compete for years to come. Don't mortgage or assets to go for KD, who could request a trade again next year. USMC Mike, good morning from North Carolina. Dylan Wilsey, morning Matt. Did you get a chance to catch UFC card? I did not watch it last night. I saw the results though. Taz, Matt, I'm pissed Arch picked Texas, anybody but Texas. I disagree. Taz, go play in Texas. Get away from me. I don't want him at Alabama. I don't want him at Georgia. I don't want him at a place where LSU would have to play him. As it is now, he goes to Texas. Texas isn't in the SEC until 2025. That would be Arch's junior year. Now, if they come early, then you could see him before then. But, I mean, yeah, go somewhere that we don't have to worry about you coming back to beat us. David Leboeuf. Durant couldn't win until he joined the best regular season team in NBA history. David, I would argue that they became the best regular season team in NBA history because he joined them. That was 16. That was the team that lost. That was 16. That was the team that lost to Cleveland. But you say they can't win. They were in Game 7 of the conference finals against the best team in NBA history. So, like, come on, man. Listen, I will grant you, Durant leaving OKC was total weak sauce. I mean, you took the 73-9 Warriors to a Game 7 in the conference finals, and you lost, okay? But, man, you were right there with that core. So I'm with you. I'm completely with you on that. But there's two sides of that coin, right? You say he couldn't win until he joined the best team. And that's true, and that's weak, and all that sort of stuff. I'm with you. His championships, you can put a little asterisk right there if you want. But he was also the finals MVP on teams that included a lot of dudes that had been there before. Casey Smith, good morning. I want to keep Jones. So would I. But in a trade, if you're going to give up an asset of value, if you're going to get something of value, you have to give something of value. That's the way trades work. Let's see, Duval. I don't give up assets for a superstar that's 33 years old. He's at the back end of his career. I'll go right back to the point I made. So is Peyton Manning when he went to Denver. So is Tom Brady when he went to Tampa. So is Shaq when he went to Miami. And they all won championships. So what's your end game? What's your end game? Do you want to win championships? Do you think Miami and Denver and Tampa are upset with the decisions they made because, well, in the case of Denver and Miami, they went into a bit of a wasteland after? No, because they got championships. Let's see. Does his contract let him pick where he wants to go, or do the Nets decide? I would assume Kevin Durant has a no trade clause. I actually don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked that deep into it, but I would assume he has a no trade clause. If he doesn't, it's a bad contract. Taz, are the rumors about the Saints trying to trade for Kareem Hunt? Taz, I don't think those are rumors. I think that was just like a website that did like proposed trades or something like that. I don't know that the Saints have made a call about Kareem Hunt. Now, if you're going to do that, I would not be in favor of that, considering you just paid Alvin Kamara and they're similar style players, and then you'd have to pay Kareem Hunt. So, let's see what Kareem Hunt's contract is right now. I mean, keep in mind, the Panthers tried to trade Christian McCaffrey and got no takers because they gave him a giant contract, and you're talking about a running back that is now starting to age, that has had injury issues. Like, it's the same thing. So, Kareem Hunt's a free agent after this season. So, like, the only way you trade for Kareem Hunt is if you sign him to a long-term deal, right? You're not trading for him for 1 year. So you'd have to go dump a big contract on him, but you already did that to Kamara. So you're really going to pay two running backs? I don't think it's practical. Where are we? All right. Let's see, Adam Zander. I don't think our team is structured or has the parts to participate what KD did in Golden State. Maybe. I mean, Golden State is a different animal. I would say a better comp would be adding Kawhi to Toronto, and that basically put them over the top. I would think of it more in those terms. Casey Smith, it's my oldest son's birthday today as well. There you go. Happy birthday to Casey Smith's oldest son, who as of now is unnamed, but still, happy birthday. David LaBeouf was the weakest move in NBA history. I don't know if it was the weakest, David, but it's up there. LeBron going to Miami was probably LeBron in the decision going to Miami, David, that set off the big three era of the NBA. I mean, realistically, I mean that had Durant was part of that ripple effect. LeBron was the boulder in the water that started the ripples, or the waves. Okay, so no, he does not have a no trade clause. Well, that's good news. That's a bad deal then, by the way. But and so that's one of those things where, and I tell you, it would give me pause for this reason. This would be the one reason. If Durant wants to go to Phoenix, right? That's where he wants to be. Okay. Then I have a much tougher time trading for a player that does not want to be here. If he had to waive his no trade clause and was willing to do that, that's one thing. Like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was willing to waive his no trade clause for New Orleans. Yes, come on. If Durant doesn't have a no trade clause, then you end up in a situation with a potentially disgruntled star. Yeah, you could have the same thing again. Let's see. Do the Pels have enough 3-point shooters? I think the Pels have enough offense, and I guess I'm in my mind. If you're thinking, okay, if you traded BI as part of the deal for Durant, I mean Durant obviously can, but yeah, with McCollum, with Trey Murphy, you're going to get Kyle Lewis back this year as well. Yeah, you certainly have enough offense. But in this NBA, though, Taz, you can never have enough shooters. I mean, for sure, you could always use more. Elite Goods, what's good? Bird sound get pecked. All right, Vernell Thomas, what's going on? That was a good conversation. I appreciate it. Play a little devil's advocate, but I guess here's my point. This is what the final thing I'll say on the Durant stuff is: if the Pels don't do a deal for Kevin Durant, awesome. You got Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Jonas Valanciunas, like Jose Alvarado, who fans love. You're pumped, right? You're pumped about the core. You keep building. Fans are engaged. They love the team. They love the coach. Awesome. Zion's healthy. Awesome. If you do trade for Kevin Durant, you got Kevin Durant on your team. That's awesome too. So, however it goes, I think Pels will be in good shape. So, all right, y'all. Happy Sunday. Hope y'all have an awesome day. Drew and I did not get to ride elevators yesterday, so we need to go do that this morning before church. So, probably wrap this thing up here and go bring Mr. Drew there to go ride the elevators at Daddy's work. So, y'all have an awesome, awesome day. Thank you so much for watching. YouTube, please smash that like button. Facebook, like the page, share the post. We appreciate y'all very, very much. And the sleeping girls, say bye. Say bye-bye. Oh, Pandy and Ellie. Okay. All right, y'all have a great day. See ya. Peace.